All right, gang, we are going to be using or doing lesson 1.3b using the distance formula. Remind you that our goal for the day is to find the length or distance of a segment, and we're going to do that using the distance formula. I'm going to tell you what that is. I think you may have seen this before, but I'm going to remind you how to do it and also show you another way to do it using a graph. So this first section that we have here, the first word we're going to fill in the distance formula is how we find the length between 2 points if we can't count them in a horizontal or vertical distance. And our distance formula is, right here I'm going to show you, it is AB equals, AB is the length of a segment. Draw a big square root, and then from there you're going to fill in x minus x in parentheses. Then you're going to put a little 2 up there, quantity squared, and then you're going to write a plus, and then you're going to do the same with the y's, y minus y, quantity squared. When you do these, this little 2 and the little 1 right here are not actually something that you need, because it turns out mathematically when you subtract them and then square them, your numbers come out to be positive, so you can ignore those. It is important to know that if you Google anything, if you look it up on the internet, your teacher may have taught it to you with those 2's and the 1's in there. It doesn't matter. You can do it either way you'd like. Now, let me show you how to use this formula. So we have these 2 points right here, and those 2 points are on my graph. Remember, I'm going to find out what those points are. Remember, you always start counting from 0. So from 0, 0 to find out what A is, we have to go back 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces and down 2. So that is -4, -2. And then to find out the B point here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 to the right and up 3, 5, 3. And that is our B value. And what we ultimately want to do is find out how far it is from A to B, how many spaces that is. Well, again, the formula is x minus x squared and y minus y squared. What we can do is we can use that triangle that we were using before with midpoints, and the left and right distance is x minus x up here. So I can count these spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or I can take these values right here and subtract them. -4 minus 5, -9. And ultimately what I'm going to do is square that number and square that number. It doesn't matter if the number is positive or the number is negative, you're going to get positive 81 for both of them. Then what we're going to do is the same thing with the y's. So we can count these spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or in the y direction we can subtract like we have in our formula, and that would be using the other 2 numbers in our points, -2 minus 3. -2 minus 3 gives me -5. And again, when I square those numbers, it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive, I get 25. The last step with my distance formula is to add those 2 numbers in the middle and then to take the square root of that. So when I look at this problem, I'm going to get 81 plus 25, that's going to give me a grand total of 117. And I take the square root of that. My distance, or my length, AB, is equal to the square root of 117. If I put that into my calculator, I find out that the distance is 10.81 units. Almost 11 units from one end to the other on that segment. What I would like you to do now is, again, pause your video and go and try the practice problems. If you get stuck, you can follow me on the next video.